Hello, y'all. How y'all doing? Me, I'm doing good. I told y'all I'm on this journey of my health and wellness, and before I get ready to do my 3 podcasts that I got to do today, I want to show y'all a couple things that I'm also incorporating with my health and wellness journey. First of all, this is the book that everybody's been talking about. There's two of them. This one is different, holistic things you can do for multiple different things. So there are some things in here I'm going to be looking in here and I'm going to try to actually make and do. So I'm going to go through this book on my podcast. It has 250 different remedies. It tells me about the person. So I'm going to go through all of these different remedies here and see which ones are going to work and which ones I'm going to try. And then you're going to actually see me make these and we're going to try them. We're going to see if they work. This one is a holistic guide to wellness. So one is for health, the other one's for wellness. This one tells you about different herbs for respiratory illnesses, everything from digestive system, stress, those type of things. So these are just some things we can use for different things like that. I also have a food. This is something that's important. This is a food journal. This tells me everything I ate, how many calories, how much exercise that I do. So here's the actual book right here. This has your food, your calories, your carbs, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then how much water that you drank, and then you add your calories, and then you put them in here. Some of these you can find also will help you with your actual gym as far as how much you work out. I think it's this one here. This one here is a food sensitive book. This is for people who have allergies. The reason that this is important is because in this book, it's a little different. This book is completely different. This book has your weight, sleep time, wake time, your mood, your energy, hours that you slept, how much water, breakfast, um, your symptoms, your triggers, pain levels, if you had heartburn, bloating, constipation, diarrhea, cramping, medications, bowel movements, exercise, what am I grateful for, what are my goals for today, and your notes. This is perfect for anybody that's on a goal journey. So I will be starting this tomorrow, and you also have your meal preps, your meal plans, stuff like that. What you ate for that week. So this is definitely good. Your weekly goal tracks. So you can do this, and this is 30 days of a self care challenge. Set your personal goals for the month. Practice deep breathing, meditation for 10 minutes. Write at least a list of 10 things you're grateful for. So this is actually pretty cool. So this book does a lot. So this is something you definitely can do. So I probably will start this probably tomorrow, because today I'm going to be doing some juicing, and I'm also going to see about setting up some chia seeds and making those and putting them in the refrigerator. And then what I'm going to do is take them, and I'm actually going to not put the fruit on top of them to the day I get ready to eat them. But everything else I'm going to do with the oats, the chia seeds, mix them and probably blend them and make them more into a more so like a mousse more so. Depends on texture, because my son and I, one thing we have in common is texture. Also, I have a nice little just regular notebook that I will start journaling some things in, stuff like that. And I also got to talk to them about tire repair. Thank God I got this information. So I got roadside assistance, then you have tire repair. Let me see if I get some tires. Then I also have this book here, which is it's uh, a keto, different recipes in here. Now, mind you, some of these recipes I cannot do, but I can always substitute. So I've bookmarked a few of these. And then also in the back of the book, this has the shopping list of everything that you need far as for your meal plans is in this book. They also have meal plans in this book, which is really good. You can always, if you have allergies, you can always substitute, which is always a good thing. And then also, I love Miss the New Frontier. She's on the Cooking Network. I have this book. Got these books from Holly's. Honey, Holly's is cheap when it comes to finding books. She has some great recipes as well in here. You have peach slow cooker oatmeal. So there's different recipes in here I can do as well. Then also on my app that I also have where I can actually download a bunch of recipes. That's what I've been doing. So if you wonder why you haven't seen me, I've been downloading a bunch of recipes for fall. Fall recipes, pumpkin, sweet potato. That's pretty much it. Stuff like that. Trying to make my own creamers, stuff like that. Condiments, stuff like that. Desserts, stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I was out with my friend today. We went to go take all my computer stuff back. So now I got to figure out how to go about setting up this podcast stuff. So yeah, I got a podcast I got to do today. Somebody reached out to me about doing a podcast. I have a couple people I got to do a podcast with, but today's also gonna be exercising, so I'll be exercising, doing some writing on the book. So that's pretty much about it. So, like I said, it's always good to prep. I think the first week of September should just be about prepping. Just prep everything. Don't just automatically just say I'm gonna do something. Prep. Make sure you have your recipes. So like I also went to the store and got some chicken, and I got some turkey meat, and then I got some mixed vegetables from the butcher. Yeah, I went to the butcher, okay? Yeah, the butcher's a little bit more expensive, but you ain't got to worry about them chemicals on your food. So I went and got some chicken and some turkey. So I'm going to take some turkey meat. Matter of fact, I'm about to go in there now, put them in a bowl. I'm going to season them. Matter of fact, I'm about to clean them in some water and some baking powder. Matter of fact, let's come with me while I do that now. Come on. Right now, I am sorry, y'all. Something wrong with TikTok, but what I'm doing right now is I am get prepared to do a live where I'm going to be discussing about the family dynamic, romantic relationships, friendships, your jobs, things like that. But this is primarily centered around family. And a lot of y'all got siblings that can relate to this conversation that I'm going to have about siblings. How a lot of us have been the one that we didn't have the great birthday parties. Our parents didn't support us the way that we wanted them to support us, didn't love us the way we wanted them to love us, and turn around and you have that golden child they always take care of. They never expect them to do anything, and yet you're the one paying and taking care of everything. But yet they still don't appreciate you and they still don't see your talent. All they see you as is a bank. All they see you as somebody that just provides. And then when you cut them off, how they react to it and how they either don't want nothing to do with you now that you can't do nothing for them, or if you lose your job, you'll really see how people really see you. And that's something else that I had to work on during my journey of learning to say no. And so now that I get to enjoy all the fruits of my labor, it worked out for me. But I wanted to do this particular podcast because we're going to have that very uncomfortable conversation. So I'm going to be doing this live, but I'm also going to be recording this on my podcast. So if anybody comes up, we definitely going to talk about it. Matter of fact, I'm about to do it now so we can have this conversation. So if you want to come up, I would love to have you. So I'm going to get ready to do this podcast in a few minutes. And I'm sure a lot of y'all going to be able to relate to it. So with that being said, I will see y'all in a few minutes after I put it up and we will talk about it. All right. I'll see y'all in a little bit.